What's going on? Thank you for checking out the video. I'm your boy John. Now let's get right into it. Grand Theft Auto 6 is almost here. November 19th, it finally comes. After 3 delays since 2025, here we are. And I'd like to kind of start at the beginning where Rockstar Games came from. So the series of Grand Theft Auto started in 1997 with the very first Grand Theft Auto. It was an overseeing game. You had the cops and you had chases and hit and runs and all that. And it was actually got a little bit of heat from like your government issue officials and all that. And no one actually cared. But Rockstar Games itself wasn't founded until 1998 by Dan and Sam Hauser. The two brothers, with the success of Grand Theft Auto 3, said, hey, you know what we should do? Let's go ahead and start up Rockstar Games and go from there. Grand Theft Auto 2 originally came out in 1999 for Microsoft Windows and then later came out on all the consoles, and it sold 2 million copies. Around October of 2001, the most successful at this point, Grand Theft Auto 3 came out selling 11.6 million copies just on the PlayStation alone. And for the life of that game, it sold more than 14.5 million copies all across the console. And then lead it to Grand Theft Auto 4 in 2008. It sold 3.6 million copies day one and selling 6 million copies in the first week, breaking an industry record at the time. And still pretty impressive to this day. And then Grand Theft Auto Vice City came out in 2002. My personal opinion, it wasn't all that good. I mean, it was a Grand Theft Auto game. They put a little shine on it, and that was about it. Yeah, wasn't the biggest fan. The Grand Theft Auto series has sold more than 470 million copies globally, with Grand Theft Auto 5 selling 230 million of those by themselves. And Grand Theft Auto 5 from 2013 has made $10 billion. With other games Rockstar coming out with was Red Dead Redemption that came out in 2018. Pretty damn good game if you ask me. Max Payne. Who doesn't love Max Payne? That came out in 2001. And in 2008, the Midnight Club LA, and this might be a spoiler, I could not stand that game. I didn't like it. For a racing game, there was too many racing games out at that time that were way better than Midnight Club LA. And then 2008, one of Rockstar's other big successes, Bully. Now, if you played Bully, you know what it was. It was an awesome game, going around, beating people up and stuff like that. It was a really cool game, and I really liked it a lot. And then what came out after the success of Grand Theft Auto 3, which is, my opinion, Rockstar's first big blunder. They came out with a game that there was so much hype around that before it came out, it had already sold to the classic edition. Like, it was already a legendary thing that the consoles called these games when they sold a certain platinum. Yeah, it was a platinum game before it even came out. And when it came out, State of Emergency 2 was the biggest fail at the time that Rockstar had. Within 2 weeks, I could go into my local GameStop and you could find that game for $5. And that was a $60 game, pre-ordered and everything else. Now, I personally think the reason why it failed was because people were thinking Grand Theft, because the concept of the game was great. You're going around, you got the Teamsters and everything. You're trying to basically get the government to do what you want it to do and stop trying to run over the people. Great theory, but people wanted Grand Theft Auto. They didn't want that type of game. Now, after time went on, people really started warming up to State of Emergency to the point where they actually came out with a State of Emergency 2. I never played that. I wasn't a big fan of State of Emergency. I wanted Grand Theft Auto. What we're all leading up to, Grand Theft Auto 6 is a metropolis of Vice City. And you got characters Lucia and Jason. And Lucia is the first female protagonist of the mainline story of Grand Theft Auto 6 ever. And she is just getting out of prison, and Jason is a former soldier. And I'm going to be honest with you, my opinion about this game is twofold. This game has already sold more copies than any game on day one in the history of gaming. And obviously, because the price is, it's going to sell more, it's going to make more money than any game on day one in the history. But I think it's going to be a good game. I think it's going to be a really good game. But this game is not going to live up to the hype because everybody has held Grand Theft Auto on this big pedestal, and we've been playing the hell out of Grand Theft Auto 5, and Rockstar Games has done a great job with keeping the online fresh and everything else. I just think people are expecting way too much out of this game, and when they get in front of it, when they play it, I think everyone will be happy with the game, but I think there will be people that will be disappointed just because it won't fulfill that, like that, I thought it was going to be something different. I think that's going to happen because very rarely does something live up to the hype. So that's my opinion. I don't think it's going to live up to the hype. I think it'll be a very successful game. I think it's going to be a good game. I'm not sure it's going to be their best game ever. I'm still going to leave that to Grand Theft Auto 5 or Grand Theft Auto 3. But you let me know what you think in the comment below. Thank you very much for joining. I'm your boy John. I'll see you later.